You know who I am?
Anything you say. Anything you say.
It's official.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Thomas back again with another rendition of Truth Be Told. Now, as I said on my X feed, I would get down to a couple things before we get started with your reviews. The first thing I want to talk about is Candance Owens. Now, when Candace first came out and she was dropping them truth bombs and facts on Congress, that's when most people first knew about her a few years ago. I was all like, oh, this chick's cool, blah, blah, blah. Apparently, she had been a far leftist, and then she said that she had flipped and became a conservative trad wife. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, it was all bullshit. She is still an extreme far leftist feminist. Now, if you actually do some digging into her, you'll find out that when she was doing left crap, she was doxing people and helping with what are them things called? I can't remember. Swatting. She was doing SWATs, helping with SWATs, and she had a website dedicated to doxing conservatives, a lot of them. But she supposedly flipped, but she's not. She's still a feminist, hardcore leftist. And the only reason I started digging into her is because of that whole BS crap with Steven Crowder, where she collabed with his ex-wife and helped her, fucking splice a bunch of hidden camera footage that the wife took of him when they were arguing or fighting, It was found out that she lied. He sued her and he won because she fucking did all that crap, and Candance Owens was right in the middle of it. So that burnt me. I was just like, okay, something's not right here. Something's not right with this woman. Now, this isn't the only time Candance Owens has been in trouble for making up a bunch of shit. She made up a bunch of shit about someone in Germany. I can't remember who it was. I think that's still ongoing, that case. She made up a bunch of shit about like the French ambassador's wife or some shit. She's in deep shit over that. Because that is still ongoing. She's going to be sued to oblivion by them. She married this guy who's the CEO of Parler. I mean, the feminist got her rich man, white man. But anyways, he's got big ties into UK Parliament and the Prime Minister, which is far left, extreme feminism. That whole UK's gone. But yeah, she never flipped over to this conservative side. She's not a trad Christian wife. She's not. She's full of shit. And like I said, all her fucking crazy ass conspiracy theories have been debunked. She's had like practically zero evidence for anything she says. It's all bullshit. Now she's claiming that Trump and Erica Kirk and Turning Point USA and Israel are all conspiring and that they killed Charlie Kirk. She's not stupid. This woman is not stupid. She's doing it on purpose. Because nobody knew who she was until she said, oh, I'm going to go conservative and be a trad wife. Now she's been getting a ton of attention. She's an attention whore. Plain and simple. She makes shit up. All her theories have been fucking debunked. I feel sorry for her viewers because she just manipulates them. Just to get views and get attention. That's literally all she's done. She's a piece of shit. And she deserves every crap she gets from people suing her. But anyways, I'm telling you now, don't believe a fucking word that come out of that bitch's mouth. Don't. She's trying to manipulate you. Plain and simple. It's already been proven. Anyways, let's move on. Next thing I want to talk to you about is Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. Okay? Now, I don't know this guy in real life. I don't know. He may be a pretty cool dude. I don't know. And we don't always agree on everything. He says some shit that I don't always agree with. But, you know, he's entitled to his opinion just as I am of mine. You know, he's got to be able to take the criticism if he's going to go online and talk a bunch of bullshit.
You know who I am?
Now, he did it on Tuesday and he did it on Friday. Night Tights with fucking Gary and Neurotic. He did it then, and he did it on Tuesday's main event. He asked his panel in his chat, what do you think would be the national anthem for gamers? Like the gaming national anthem. Like, what would be the #1 theme song from a game that would be the national game anthem? Now, this dumbass, I don't give a fuck what he thinks. I'm telling you right now, pretty much nobody has heard of Halo hardly, or played Halo. Only hardcore gamers have played that fucking game, and he wanted everybody to choose Halo in the theme song, which sucks, by the way. It literally sucked. It's a terrible theme. I sat there and listened to it on his channel. It's terrible. And he's all like, Halo should be #1 because everybody loves Halo and everybody knows what Halo is. No. The other suggestion was Mario Brothers. You know, the theme song. You know, everybody knows that theme song. So I was totally down with that. I was like, that makes sense. Everybody, even if you're not a hardcore gamer, you've just played games, you know that theme song. It's a small niche that knows Halo. A very small niche. I mean, look at the fucking stupid ass fucking television series they tried to do. It was effing retarded. Nobody liked it. Hardly anybody knows Halo. You dumb motherfucker. But anyways, Then he goes on to say Master Chief is on par with Mario as one of the all-time greatest fucking characters that everybody knows. Most famous character. No, he's not. Most people don't know who the fuck Master Chief is, you stupid ass fucking blonde-headed fucking idiot. Oh my god, it was such an idiot take. Because he's not that popular. And Halo isn't that popular. Some people may have heard of it, but most people have not. And then they started going through some theme songs that could also be it. I agree. Tetris is probably number 5. Okay? Then the Zelda. The Legend of Zelda. You damn right. A lot of people know that theme song. And you are a gamer if you know the Legend of Zelda theme song. Okay? What else? Most people know fucking Cloud's theme song from Final Fantasy. In fact, I would say that's number 2. More people know that than fucking Halo. Give me a fucking break. The original Donkey Kong. Almost everybody knows that theme song. Video game theme song. And of course, Mario's number 1. Fucking idiot. Some people just burn me just because he wants Halo to be number 1. Fuck off, dude. I'm sorry, Jeremy, but you're gay. You're retarded. It's not. I don't give a fuck what you say. You're fucking wrong. And I guarantee you most people would agree with me, not your dumb gay ass. Okay, moving on. Let's get on to your reviews. We know Jeremy's fucking wrong.
So as I've said before, even if you don't watch the channel regularly, you've only seen a couple videos or you don't watch it at all, it only takes 2 seconds to hit that subscribe button. It doesn't affect you or your channel whatsoever. It just helps this channel grow. So please subscribe. Also, I have another channel. It's called Easy Does It. The link is in the About section. Check it out if you like gaming vlogs and reviews and reactions to other YouTube channels. Okay. Again, subscribe.
I went ahead and watched the Disney live action editions of How to Train Your Dragon and Lilo and Stitch. Now, How to Train Your Dragon, I have seen the very first cartoon. Okay? I haven't seen any of the sequel cartoons. But it was pretty much almost like the cartoon. Except for they race swapped out the fucking girl. But otherwise, it was pretty much the same thing. So it was a decent flick. It was alright. It wasn't terrible. I really didn't like the kid who played the main character, though, in the live adaptation. He just, I don't know, something about him didn't set right with me. Lilo and Stitch, I've never seen the cartoon. This was the first time I've ever seen it. It was okay. Had a little bit of sci-fi in it, but it was definitely a kid's movie. I liked How You Train Dragon better. But it was okay. It was just very kiddie-ish. It was definitely a kid's flick. But like I said, it was alright. It wasn't horrible. I was told the whole child services thing or whatever wasn't really supposed to be in it or something. A part of that wasn't supposed to be in there. But otherwise, the movie's all right. Wasn't bad. But anyways, you can check these two out. They're at least worth a one-time watch. I give them a thumbs up and thumbs down, just because I'm not real big into cartoons and shit. I'll watch one every now and then, and I'm not real keen on the Disney remake bullshit or live adaptation crap. Like, I absolutely hated that Lion King. It was terrible. I will not watch that Beauty and the Beast with that feminist bitch in it. It's not gonna happen. But anyways, that's all I have to say about that shit. Let's move on to your B movie reviews. Okay, Movieaholics, this month is Horror Month. This will be the last one for the horror month, and then we'll get on to our regular schedule. I didn't do any more fish movies. I figured I'd done 6 of them, so that was pretty good. The last 2 movies I'm going to do is they're still kind of underwater adventures, or horror flicks. The first one I did was called The Rift, and it was done in 1990. Now, this was a Spanish film, so it didn't really have any box office numbers that I could find, and it starred Jack Scalia and Ellie Puget. I guess Puget. Hopefully that's how you pronounce her name. Anyways, basically, you have a submarine team that went down the deep depths, and they never heard from them again. So the main guy, the main character, he designed the sub. Now the government comes and gets him and says, hey, we need you to go on this second sub based on your designs to go find or like a rescue mission to go find out what happened to the first sub. But what the military did was they changed or added on or some shit to his designs and fucked it all up, and they want to try to blame him for it, and he's all like, no, you motherfuckers changed shit, fucking, you ain't putting that shit on me. But anyways, So he goes on a mission to find out what happened to the first sub. Now, while they go down there, like half the movie is them getting everybody together and getting into the water. So there's half your fucking movie right there. I was just like, oh my god, are we actually going to do anything? Or are we just going to sit in this little round room and read off computer screens? Because that's literally what they did for the first half of the movie. Eventually, though, they do get down to the depths. They find this rift in this cave. They're following the signal of this so-called black box from the first sub. Well, they get down there and they find this mutated weed or whatever, and it's trying to take over the sub. They find an air pocket in this cave, and come to find out, the first sub, the crew was out fucking in this little cavern or whatever, underneath the water. Fucking, it's an underwater cave. They were experimenting on the seaweed and shit, and creating hybrids or some mutants, supposedly, of different various animals they found in the cave or whatever. But anyways, it all turned on them and killed them all. But there's a company that was paying the military to do all this shit. And one of the guys on the sub, he was part of that company or whatever. And he was trying to get them all killed. Well, he didn't get the captain and this lieutenant, doctor or whatever, and the main guy. He didn't get them killed off. And they were able to get back on the sub before he was able to take off. Eventually, though, the captain had to leave or stay behind and help get them out because he was infected by the other guy who was also got infected. So the main guy and the lieutenant doctor or whatever are the two who are able to get into the escape pod and escape. And then the captain goes down there and blows everything the fuck up, supposedly. And that's the end of the movie. Like I said, halfway through the fucking movie, it's just ridiculous because it's them, like I said, it's just them fucking around trying to get down there. You had some okay acting, some decent acting. I can't think of his name. I didn't write it down, but the guy from, Full Metal Jacket who played the sergeant is something Emery or some shit is his name. But he's in this. He's the captain. So you had a few decent actors in this. A couple of them I didn't recognize. I didn't know who they were, but it's okay for a one-time watch. It wasn't really that great of a movie. It was okay. It was kind of cheesy. I give it a thumbs up, thumbs down. Like I said, maybe a one-time watch. Let's get on to your next one. The next one I watched was Ghost Ship. And before you say, well, that's not really underwater. Yes, there are parts of this movie that deals with them being underwater. So, it came out in 2002, and it made about 68 million worldwide, which wasn't really all that good. It starred Cadil Byrne and Juliana McGillis. Now, there's a guy who shows up to this group. There's like 5 or 6 of them. They're part of a crew of a salvage ship, is basically what they do. They salvage. Anyway, he asked them if they would take him out to the middle of the ocean where he saw this ship, like a luxury liner, and he took photos of it, blah, 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 and showed him photos, and he strikes a deal with them to go out there. Like they get, the vast majority of whatever they get off this ship. So they go out there. They nearly practically crash into the ship. Luckily, there's a bunch of tires around the captain's vessel, so it doesn't destroy the vessel. The ship's old as hell. It's like from the 50s or 60s or whatever. It's all rusted up and shit. The luxury liner. Now, you see at the very beginning a bunch of people from that time period on that ship getting killed. And then later on, it gets to this part. But the crew goes on the ship. The other deal was that they had to take this guy who found the ship with them. And they agreed. So they get on the ship and they start running across a bunch of weird shit, like shit they think is illusions or whatever, and they start getting killed off one by one because of these ghosts creating these illusions. Towards the end, a couple of them figure out that the guy who showed him the ship and asked him to take him there, he's kind of like a demon. He's not Satan or Lucifer. He's a demon, and he's collecting souls. He caused all the people on the liner to die, and then he's been luring people in every so often to collect more souls. And he says he's got to meet a quota or the higher management won't like it. So he's trying to kill some more people. He's like, I've almost met my quota, and you're not going to screw it up for me. But she does. She ends up screwing it up for him because he brought them there to fix the hull of the ship so it could float longer, a few more years in the ocean. He also is the one who got the ship to first crew to actually put the gold on the ship to lure people in there, because there's some gold that they find in there, and come to find out, the original crew ran across another ship that had gold on it, which was part of his design or whatever, to lure more souls on the ship. But anyway, it's towards the end.
You know who I am?
She's the only survivor of the crew. Everyone else dies. She gets rescued, and while she's waiting to be taken to the hospital, she sees her crew members carrying up these crates which she knows is full of gold. And then, the demon, he shows himself to her, and she screams out no, and that's the end of the movie. It was okay. It wasn't the best of movies. Again, it was all right. I think I watched this when it first came out. I don't remember I think I did, but the whole demon thing was kind of dumb. I thought that part was stupid. I would have just left it, you know, the ghosts are the ones that's killing everybody, blah, blah, blah. But no, they had to throw in some demon who's collecting souls. That was kind of stupid. The rest of it was okay. It was alright. I give it a thumbs up, thumbs down. You had some decent actors in this. So, the acting's not bad. But that's all I have for you this week. If you have any thoughts about what I talked about earlier in the video, please leave your thoughts down in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. If you can think of any, or you know any movies that are like underrated, B-rated, you think I've never even heard of before, please leave your suggestions down in the comment section down below. I'll get to reviewing them as soon as I can. So until next time, I told you you'd be told the truth, and you've just been told.